Alright guys, so day 17 of our lockdown. Today we're going to be working on blue belt patterns, so Jhoon, and then we're going to be working a little bit on Taege, which is the red stripe pattern. So we're going to be starting with that very first part of Jhoon, which is the reverse knife hand middle block in L stance, side front snap kick off the lead leg, and then rear foot stance palm upward block. We would normally do this to the left, and because you'll be going to the left, I'll go to the right, and then hopefully that should match up with you guys, so I'll try and go in reverse, if that helps you. So we start in more soggy B, so feet are together, weight 50-50 between the legs, and we've got the left hand covering the right knuckles, and we've got that just in front of the belly button. So when I move over to my left, which is my right today, I'm going to drop the weight down and make the knuckles knuckles up, palms down. Yeah, so I'm here, down, up, down. And for our reverse knife hand, do make sure that you've got the thumb tucked across the hand, so that we've got this lovely straight line down here. We don't want to be blocking with the thumb, so tuck that out of the way. So again, down, knuckles up, and into L stance reverse knife hand. Just take a second to make sure that your hand is shoulder height. Sometimes it comes a little bit too low. Now if you're in a decent L stance, you should be able to do that side foot snap kick without switching your weight too much. Then we come forward, rear foot stance, palm upward block. The trick with the palm upward block is to try and get both hands to finish at the same time. So if we practice that both going in both directions, so 3 moves to one side, 3 moves to the other, practice with me first, and then I'll stop and I'll take a little bit of a look at you guys. Alright, and 1, down, up, down, side front snap kick, palm upward block. Round to the other side, knuckles up, reverse knife hand middle block, side front snap kick, palm upward block. Yeah, and again I'll do it facing the other way. So number 1, number 2, number 3. Make sure you drop at the end there. Over to the other side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we'll go again. Down, up, down, kick, and drop. Down, up, down, kick, drop. Make sure you really pull this hand back. Continue for a few seconds, let me take a look. Yeah, Ralph's looking strong. So Ralph, when you get to this like nice middle block position, when you do the kick, this hand was drifting. So try and keep this hand here. Let's see who else is looking good. Ollie and Sophie have got nice timing. And Sophie, you're doing the same thing, so when you kick, try and keep the hands as they were. Try not to let the hands move until we finish the kick and it's time to move into the next move. Okay, so just one more. Much better, nice. Alright, relax for a second. So the next part of Jhoon, we've got knife hand guarding block in L stance, shifting into a walking stance with an upward elbow strike. So if I step forward into my knife hand guarding block, again, this hand should be tucked in lovely and close to the chest. Don't leave it hanging down by the belt, yeah? Chest tight. Now to shift from L stance to walking stance, I need to bring my front leg in slightly, but not all the way in. Yeah, when we see gradings, we don't want to see this leg coming all the way in. It's just kind of halfway. And I'm going to aim with this front hand. So I've gone from here to here. My back hand is going to get ready, so I've just pulled this back. 1, 2. Now I slide back out and perform the upward elbow. Yeah, making sure that my back foot has gone from an L stance position to a walking stance position. So again here, aim, and twist that back foot. Yeah, make sure that back foot's not left hanging out over there. So we'll try it in time on both sides. So left side first, I'll go right, okay? 1 and 2. Yeah, and then we'll try the other side. Number 1 and 2. Good, I'll go this way. 1, 2, other side, 1, 2. Okay, continue for a little bit, let me have a look. Good, nice timing. Everyone's reaching nicely to get some reaction force there. Yes, and I can't see your feet, but I'm just going to assume that your stances look really good. We'll relax that one for now and we'll move on to number 3. We've got a twin fist vertical punch with the left, twin fist upset punch with the right, and then we have the centre point turn like we would do in Dosan for our X fist rising block. Okay, so I'm going to be here, I'm going to step forward with my left leg and I'm going to do twin fist vertical punch. So my starting position is here, knuckles pointing away from me, palms facing in, and then they twist and come forward. I don't want my hands too wide, we're hitting either side of the jaw, so it's quite tight together where the hands are, so be aware this doesn't happen. From here, my hands are going to circle backwards. When they get to the hip, they'll push forward. Yeah? So we were here, circle back, knuckles down, push forward. And then the final bit, we've got this turn like Dosan. Again, we don't want the feet coming together, the feet do not touch. This foot comes in quite a small distance. Imagine a line where my heel is, that's the line my ball of the foot's going to come on. I turn, and I move the other leg out for the X fist rising block. Okay, so we'll try that. Okay, I'll be going sideways, but you can come forwards. So we've got the left leg, the right leg in a touch, pivot, and X fist rising block. Okay, we'll try again. Left leg. Check the position of the hands, not too wide. Right leg. Centre point. Turn. Okay. Now if you struggle with which hand should be in front, if your left leg's in front, have your left hand in front. Yeah? And that helps for almost all the patterns. Yeah, whichever leg's in front, have the same hand. We'll go once more with me. And left leg. Right leg. Centre point. X fist rising block. Make sure that the cross where your forearms is high enough so that you can see underneath. We don't want it here. Yeah? Okay, continue, let me have a little look. Go on Ralph, go for it. 1. Well done, good effort. I would still probably say get those hands a little bit higher for the X. Love the timing with Holly and Sophie, very good. Nice, well done, you're getting that centre point looking lovely. Alright, take on a little bit of water because now we're going to try and stick all of that together into the first half of Jhoon. So as I was saying yesterday, it's quite difficult to practice our patterns when we don't have a lot of room, so you might need to shift around a little bit, you might have to do smaller stances, it's completely fine, just do what you need to do so that you can keep practicing. I'm going to turn around, we're going to go through that start of Jhoon. Yep. So we start more soggy B, we're going to go to the left, reverse knife hand middle block, boom, number 1. Then we kick off the front leg like we did before, side front snap kick, step forward and drop down into that palm upward block. Now we repeat to the other side, down, up, down, kick off the front, step forward and drop, remember hands finish at the same time. Knife hand guarding block, so my left leg's in front, but it's actually a right L stance if you remember how we named the stances. Now we slide into walking stance. Yeah, not forgetting that back heel. Step forward, knife hand guarding block, and front elbow. So if you need to shuffle around, please shuffle around because I'm not going to fit those moves in. Twin fist, upward punch, centre point turn, rising block. Okay, I'm going to join in again and then I want to watch you do that bit of the pattern. But like I said, it doesn't matter if you need to move to give yourself space. Okay, so we're here, And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Left leg. Right leg. Left leg. Right leg. Centre point turn. Excellent, guys. Do that once more for me, just so I can have a little look. Good start. Remember, hold that position when you do the kick. Good, Sophie. Good ball of the foot there, Ralph. Very nice. So, and then Nuha, make sure this hand comes right the way back to the hip. Good reaction hands. Boom. Yes, finish that off. Well done, nice centre point turn again. Excellent. We're going to be moving on to the red stripe technique, so very good for Sophie and Ralph. Take on a little bit of water if you need it, and then we'll start the second half of the class. Okay, red tag technique, can't speak, red tags techniques. Alright, so we're going to start again with the beginning of the pattern, which is the L stance middle block, the walking stance upset fingertip thrust, into close stance back fist side back strike, which is a bit of a mouthful when you have to do it in Korean. Yokdui Torigi. So we'll start with our same starting position, yeah, Mosogi B. Hopefully you can remember how far the hands are from the body. We've got 30 centimetres, 15 centimetres, and then where I'm 10 centimetres, so the hands get closer and closer on those Mosogis. Okay, so I'm going to go to my left, I'm going to drop down, same starting position, knuckles pointing up, but this time instead of reverse knife hand, it's the inner forearm. Okay, so I've got the knuckles on the shoulder line. From here, we're going to do that same footwork that we had from the knife hand to the elbow that we had before. So I'm going to slide that leg in a little bit, and again I'm getting my hands ready, I'm aiming as I get that leg in. Yeah, so I've gone from here to here. This hand's going to come back to my shoulder, and this is the hand I'm going to attack with. Upset fingertip thrust. Notice this foot pivoted, just like in the technique we practiced earlier. Make sure it is turning around for your walking stance. And fingers are formed into sun cut. Yeah, so we've got those fingertips all in line, those three middle ones lined up together. Okay, so we'll try that. Okay, I'm going this way. And 1, slide halfway in, elbow points up. It's not here, elbow points up, this hand's aiming, and pivot round to the other side. Yeah? Now, this hand is going to stay underneath. Yeah, we're going to bring the hands in, onto the tiptoes, and drop down at the end. Yeah, so we're still going up and down. So let's just do that a little bit again. Up and down. Hands and feet finish together. Try on the other side. Yeah. 1. Slide a little bit in. Aim. Slide back out for the technique. Knuckles down. Up. Down. Okay, I'll turn around and we can train that together. Alright, to the left. Hana. Dull. Set. Ne. Dasu. Yasu. Well done. So I was struggling to get my feet and hands to finish together on that slow motion. So if you find that you're in the same position and you end up with one finishing before the other, try and count the technique out in your head. So either to a 3 count or a 4 count, and when you get to that 3, boom, everything's stopped. Breath, hands, feet all together. So we'll try that again. Hana. Dull. Set. And 1, 2, 3. Net. have a go, let me watch, see how you're doing. So like I was, concentrate on the timing. Yeah, that's looking good. Sophie, just sit in your L stance a little bit further and make sure that this knee isn't buckling inwards like this. Try and push the knee backwards. Yeah? Good, good. Keep going. Go on, Nuha. Together. Good. And I can see Ralph's getting quite a lot of power in his upset fingertip thrust. Just make sure the reaction hand is the side fist coming to the shoulder. Yeah, it's not the under fist, the side fist. Alright, relax there. We've got continuous motion, X fist press and block into that twin fist vertical punch that we used earlier. So in continuous motion, we don't stop the breath, we go straight from one to the other. And even though we have two sine waves, two starting positions, everything like that, we don't try and have a solid pause in between. We try to keep that pause to an absolute minimum and flow through the two moves. So I'm here. Because my left leg's going forward, it means my left hand will be underneath. So I'm here. Okay, so one, I've got the left hand under. As I drop down, I'm getting the hands into position so that when I'm up, they're here, knuckles pointing inwards, remember, and then they push forwards as that heel goes to the floor. So from here to here, the hands go forwards, they don't come in, they don't chop down, they punch. Yeah. So again, we'll start off that with the left leg. Trying to get the hands and feet to finish at the same time like we did earlier. Down, up, down, down, up, down. Okay. One more, then I'll watch. Okay, let's see. Sophie, maybe bring your hands a little bit closer on the vertical punch. Yes, good. Nuha, can I just see you do that sideways? Can I see a sideways one? Good, very nice sine wave, lovely down, up, down there. Alright, middle front snap kick, and then two single punches, close stance, elbow thrust. Okay, so we're going to do a middle front snap kick. So the low ones, belt height, middle is solar plexus. Most of the kicks, when we say middle, it's shoulder height, like a middle side kick is shoulder height, but front snap kick, it's just the solar plexus. And we had our hands in this position, so we're going to kick with the right, keeping the hands there. Sine wave. Down, up, down. Now, in Teige, it's not fast motion. We don't rush into that second punch. We do full sine wave for the second punch. If you can see yourself on your camera, try and get that punch down the middle. Okay, we don't want to see it coming out over here. We want that through the centre line. Then I'm going to cross the hands, knuckles pointing away from me, and I come, bringing that left leg to the centre. Okay, so I was here, knuckles point forward, hands and feet at the same time. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be going with the right leg. So my right leg is kicking. I'm doing a tiny little walking stance over here so I can fit it all in. And kick, dip, what? Hold it. Down, up, down. And 1, 2, 3. Alright, so my timing was off there, hands and feet weren't together, so I know I have to focus on that on the next one. So if you were the same, a little bit more concentration on that. So hands were up, right leg. There we go. Alright, I'll go the other way, but then I want to see you practicing. So vertical punch, ready for the right kick. Alright, it's your turn. Nice sine wave from Ralph. Make sure your hands stay closed when you're doing the kick. Yeah, closed hands during the kick. Good. Nice height there, Nuha. That was the correct height. Yes, very nice, Holly and Sophie. Lovely timing. Relax. All right. We've got, oh no, we're done. We're going to stick that all into Teige now. So we've got that first half, or first portion of Teige. I don't think my neighbours would be happy if we started doing some W-shaped blocks around, but maybe later in the lockdown we'll start doing some of those stamping moves. All right, we are in more soggy B. Okay, we're going to the left. Down, up, down. Forearm this time. Aim, yeah, don't forget that back foot. Twist into the position. Timing here. 1, 2, 3. So my heels hit the floor as my hands get into position. 1. Aim, drop. Make sure that your walking stance is longer than your L stance. Left leg. Continuous motion. Yeah, not hands wide, hands in tight. Middle front snap kick. Single punch. Reverse punch. Pulls forward. Into close stance. Alright, I'll join in again, then obviously I want to see your version. Number 1. 2. 3. 1. 2. 3. Left leg. Right leg. Reverse punch. Slow motion, twin elbow thrust. Okay, carry on. This is our last bit. We've done really well today. Good, I like it. Nice walking stance. So this back fist, head height. Yeah, head height for this back fist. Just be careful that elbows aren't pointing backwards. Make sure they're going straight out to the sides. Not like this, like this. Just be aware of your reaction hands. Yeah, make sure they're turned upside down, not halfway. You know, we want them all the way over into this position. Alright, relax there guys, we'll bow out, attention stance. And okay, take one. I'm going to unmute you and then I'll see if you've got any questions and then we can talk over what we did today. Alright, give me 1 second.